Hello children and viewers. So today I am going to explain about the how to find the mass, volume and number of particles of a substance by using the mole concept. So if a chemical reaction is given. So but to find the volume, mass and number of particles, first we have to know the mole concept. So what is mole? Mole is nothing but it is a fundamental unit like kilogram, meter, second. Like kilogram, meter, second. So the mole is nothing but a fundamental unit. It is used to measure the quantity of matter. So the mole is a fundamental unit. The mole is nothing but a fundamental unit. It is a fundamental unit used to measure quantity of matter. Used to measure quantity of matter. Used to measure quantity of matter. Used to measure quantity of the matter. But when we say that, so that quantity of matter is said to be 1 mole. So the matter is nothing but that may be solid or liquid or gas which occupies some space and having some mass. So now if I take a matter, this may be solid or liquid or gas. So if this matter contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles, so the particles may be molecules, atoms, ions. And if this matter contains this number of particles, how many number of particles? 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles. So then we say that, so this matter quantity is said to be 1 mole. And nothing but, so 1 mole equal to 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles. Particles are molecules are atoms are ions. That too, if the matter contains this number of molecules or particles, then only we say that substance is said to be 1 mole. For example, if I take the hydrogen gas. So when this hydrogen gas is said to be 1 mole, if this gas contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules, so then we say that, so this hydrogen gas is said to be 1 mole, and nothing but the 1 mole of hydrogen gas is contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules. In the same way, 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas, if we take the carbon dioxide gas, the 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas is also contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules. And if we take the any substance, if it contains a 1 mole, so that 1 mole of any substance contains this number of particles or molecules or ions. So that's why this number 6.022 into 10 power 23 number will be called as Avogadro number. It is represented with a letter n suffix a. It is called as Avogadro's number. It can be named, and this number can be named on the scientist name. So this is called the Avogadro number. And if any substance contains the Avogadro number particles or molecules or ion, then we say that the substance is said to be 1 mole. But even though every 1 mole of different substances contain the same number of particles, but their masses is different. For example, if we take the 1 mole of hydrogen gas, if it contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules, but its mass is 2 grams. Its mass is the 2 grams. So if I take the 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas, so even though it contains the 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules, but their mass is the 44 grams. Their mass is 44 grams. Then nothing but, even though the different gases or different substances have the same number of particles, same number of 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles, but their masses is different. Their mass is different. So that's why this mass is called as the molar mass. This mass are called what? Molar mass. So what is the molar mass? Molar mass. So here this molar mass is nothing but, so it will be the molecular weight of hydrogen gas. What is the molecular weight of hydrogen gas? Molecular weight of hydrogen gas is nothing but 2 grams. In the same way, molecular weight of the molecular weight of carbon dioxide. Carbon means what? 12. Oxygen means what? Oxygen atoms are 2. That's why 2 into 16. 2 into 16 is nothing but 32. 32 into 12, how much? 44. So this 44 grams is nothing but the molecular weight of the carbon dioxide, and this 2 grams is nothing but the molecular weight of the hydrogen gas. And nothing but, so when the mass of the substance is equal to its molecular weight, then that substance is said to be 1 mole. Then that substance is said to be 1 mole. So what is the another definition of the 1 mole? So another definition of the 1 mole is nothing but if mass of substance, if the mass of substance is equal to its molecular weight, its molecular weight, so then only that substance is said to be 1 mole. So what is 1 mole? If the mass of the substance is nothing but equal to its molecular weight, so then only that is said to be, that quantity of matter is said to be 1 mole. 1 mole. So but sometimes that substance may be in the gas form. When the substance is in the gas form, so the 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas will be occupy the 22.4 liters volume. 22.4 liters. So volume, the condition is at STP. STP or NTP. At standard temperature or at a normal temperature and pressure. If we take the any 1 mole of gas at STP NTP, it occupy how much volume? 22.4 liter. This is also called as the gram molar volume. Gram molar volume. So what is the gram molar volume? That is nothing but the 22.4 liters. So next I am giving the different formulas for the moles to find the number of the moles. So to find the number of moles, we use the 3 formulas. One is in terms of the mass, and second one is in terms of volume, and next one is in terms of the number of particles. Because if the mass of the substance is equal to molecular weight, then that quantity is said to be 1 mole. So if the matter contains the 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules or atoms or ions, then is also that substance is said to be 1 mole. So if any gas occupy the 22.4 liters, so then only that substance is said to be 1 mole. And nothing but, so the mole, to find the number of moles, the number of moles can be calculated in terms of mass, in terms of volume, and in terms of number of particles. So that's why I am giving the number of moles. Formula will be in 3 types. So one is the number of moles. Number of moles is equal to, so mass given, and nothing but the mass of the substance, or the mass of the matter given. So mass of the substance, this must be given, or we have to find. Sometimes we have to find, sometimes they will be given. And nothing but mass of the substance by molar mass. Molar mass is nothing but molecular weight. And second formula is in terms of volume. So volume nothing but, so volume of substance by 22.4 liters. 22.4 liters. And another formula. So the number of moles is equal to another formula is in terms of the number of particles. And nothing but, so the number of particles of substance that must be given. Number of particles given by Avogadro number of particles, that is nothing but 6.022 into 10 power 23. So these are the different formulas to find the number of moles. If we know these formulas, So next we can easily calculate the mass, volume, number of particles of a substance by using the mole concept if a chemical reaction is given. So I am taking a one chemical reaction. So in that chemical reaction we have to find the number of particles, mass and as well as volume. So the problem is first one. So find or calculate. So calculate the mass, volume and number of particles. Number of particles of hydrogen gas liberated. Hydrogen gas liberated when 230 grams of sodium, here NaM is nothing but sodium, reacts with excess water, H2O is nothing but water, and within the bracket they will be given like this. So the sodium molecular weight is the 23 units or unified mass, and as well as hydrogen molecular weight is the 1 unified mass, and next one oxygen molecular weight or molar mass is nothing but 16 U. They will be given like this. So in this problem what we have to calculate? So calculate the mass, volume and number of particles of hydrogen gas, liberated when 230 grams of sodium react with excess water. So first of all we have to write the equation for that reaction. The what is happening? So the sodium is react with water. So these sodium and water are called the reactants. How many reactants are there? 2 reactants. So when they are undergo the chemical reaction, so what are produced? The sodium hydroxide and next one hydrogen gas. Sodium hydroxide and next one hydrogen gas is produced. So this is the reaction we have to write. So after writing the reaction, you have to balance the equation. Whether it is balanced or not. So here one sodium is there, and here I have also one sodium. And nothing but on the reactant side, so one sodium atom is there. On the product side, one sodium. Okay. And next coming to the oxygen. Here one oxygen. Here is also one oxygen. But here how many hydrogen atoms are there? 2 hydrogen atoms. But here 3 hydrogen atoms are there. So then how can we balance? So by using that any technique or any method, you have to balance the equation. So when you balance it, you get the 2, and next one is the 2. So when you balance the equation, you get this one, and nothing but, so you get some coefficients, Here 2 is quotient, here is also 2 is the quotient, here also 2 is the quotient, but here the quotient is 1. So only H2 is there. H2 is nothing but 1. And nothing but here these quotients. If the quotients in a balanced chemical reaction. So in a balanced chemical reaction, you have some quotients. So that quotients will be gives the information about the moles. That coefficient gives the information about the moles, and nothing but when 2 moles of sodium react with 2 moles of the water, then 2 moles of sodium hydroxide will be produced and 1 mole of hydrogen gas will be produced. And if any chemical reaction is given, so after the balancing, so you get some coefficients. That coefficients can be gives the number of moles, how many number of moles of that reactants and how many number of moles of the products are produced, that will be gives. So you have to remember the quotients can be give the information about the number of moles. And 2 moles of sodium, 2 moles of water will be reacted, then 2 moles of sodium hydroxide and 1 mole of hydrogen gas will be produced. So this you have to remember. But in the problem, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the mass, volume and number of particles of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. So to find that volume, mass and number of particles, so whose mass is given? So the mass of the sodium is given. The mass of the sodium will be given. But in this problem, how many moles of sodium are? How many moles of the sodium is participated? 2 moles of sodium will be participated and 1 mole of hydrogen gas is produced. By using the mole concept, we have to find the mass, volume and number of particles. I am going to explain and observe. So what is the mass of the sodium? Given 230. So that's why number of moles. Number of moles. What is the formula of the number of moles if you know the mass? That is nothing but mass of substance by molar mass of the substance. Molar mass. So which substance is given? Sodium. So what is the sodium molar mass? The sodium molar mass is already given. That is nothing but 23 units. 23 units. So that's the number of moles. Number of moles is equal to how much mass of the substance is given? So the how much mass of the substance here? The mass of the substance is nothing but 230 by molar mass. What is the molar mass? 23 grams here. Here is also grams. They will be cancelled. Then what you get? 230 by 23. And nothing but how many number of moles? 10 number of moles. And these 230 grams. And in this reaction, how many number of moles of the sodium is participating? 10 number of moles of sodium is participating. Then how many moles of hydrogen gas will be produced? But according to the balanced chemical equation, so 2 moles of sodium will be reacted, 1 mole of hydrogen gas is produced. But how many number of moles of sodium is participating now according to the question? 230. Sorry, 230 grams. But how many moles? 230 mass is given. So the 230 grams of mass will be how many number of moles? 10. So that says that 10 moles of sodium produces how many moles of hydrogen? So but you doesn't know, that will be considered X. That will be considered the X. So when we do the cross product, what you get? X into 2x equal to, so 10 into 1. 10 into 1 is nothing but 10. So X is equal to 10 by 2. 10 by 2 is nothing but what? 5 moles. 5 moles. And how many number of moles of the hydrogen gas will be liberated when the 10 moles of the sodium containing the mass of 230 grams, and when the 230 grams of sodium will be participated, it will be contains the 10 moles. Due to the 10 moles, how many moles of the hydrogen gas is produced? 5 moles. So if you know the moles, then you can easily calculate the mass of the hydrogen gas and volume of the hydrogen gas and number of particles by using that formulas. So I am going to find the first of all mass. So if we write the number of moles in terms of the mass, what is the formula? Number of moles is equal to, so mass. So mass of hydrogen gas divided by molecular weight, or it may be called as what? Molar mass. So how many number of moles of hydrogen gas is liberated? 5 moles. This is the number of moles liberated by the hydrogen gas if 10 moles of the sodium will be participated. So that's why the how many number of moles are? 5. So that 5 equal to So mass we have to calculate, that is unknown, that will be unknown, that will be considered small n by molar mass. What is the molar mass of the hydrogen? The molar mass of the hydrogen, one atom will be 1, and what is the molar mass of the hydrogen gas? The hydrogen gas will be, the molar mass will be 2. So the H2 will be, molar mass will be the 2. You have to remember. Again when we do cross product, so these are 2 grams. So when we do the cross product, M is equal to how many grams? So 10 grams, and then 10 grams of the hydrogen gas will be liberated. So you now you find the mass. You find the mass. And next coming to the volume. Coming to the volume. What is the formula for the number of moles in terms of volume? So you have to find the how much volume of the hydrogen gas. So the formula will be number of moles equal to, what is the formula? So volume of hydrogen gas by 22.4 liters. So in the beginning of the class I told, and nothing but mass of the substance by 22.4 liters. But how many moles of the hydrogen gas is liberating? 5 moles. So 5 equal to, so V, consider here volume is nothing but V by 22.4 liters. So when we do the cross product, so the volume will be how much? 22.4 into 5 is nothing but 5. 4 5s are 5 4s are is how much? 20. So up to, so 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 2 12, up 1. So 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 11. And how many liters? 112 liters. 112 liters of volume of hydrogen gas will be liberated. And next coming to the last one. What is the last one? Number of particles. Number of particles. I am going to calculate here. Third one is the number of particles. So according to number of particles formula, number of moles equal to number of particles of hydrogen, number of particles of hydrogen gas divided by, so Avogadro number. What is Avogadro number? 6.022 into 10 power 23. But how many number of moles of the hydrogen gas liberated? 5. So 5 equal to number of particles, you doesn't know, that will be considered n by 6.022 into 10 power 20. So if you do the cross product, what you get? n equal to 5 into 6, and nothing but 5 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles will be, that 5 moles of the hydrogen gas will be liberated. And in the 5 moles of hydrogen gas will be liberated. So how many number of particles it contains? 5 into 6.022 into 10 power 23 particles. These are the number. So in this way you can calculate the mass, volume and number of particles of any substance. So now coming to the second problem or second reaction. So what is the second reaction is given? So 2 moles of the zinc, 2 moles of the zinc reacts with a cupric chloride solution. So the zinc reacts with cupric chloride solution. Zinc is reacting with cupric chloride solution. And how many reactions are there? 2 reactants. So cupric chloride solution of 6.023 into 10 power 22 formula units. And nothing but, so the zinc has the 2 moles. And the cupric chloride solution atoms is given, number of atoms or number of particles is given, but they doesn't give the number of moles units. And calculate the moles of copper obtained. And nothing but when this zinc and cupric chloride are reacted, so then zinc chloride and as well as the copper is produced. So we have to calculate the moles of the copper. How many moles of the copper will be liberated? So for that purpose, what is given? Zinc unified mass is the 65 or molecular weight is 65, and copper molecular weight is the 64 units or 64, and chlorine will be the 35.5 unified units of grams. But this is the reaction. You have to check whether it is balanced or not. But in this problem already reaction is given. If the reaction is not given, you have to write. So after writing the reaction, you have to balance the chemical reaction. So now whether it is balanced or not, we have to check. So on the reactant side, one zinc atom. On the product side also one zinc. And next one copper atom. Here is also one copper atom. Here two chlorine. Here two chlorine. Okay, it is balanced. So after balancing the chemical equation, so next you have to check what are the coefficients of that reactants and products. So here one will be there. Here is also one. And here is also 1 and here is also 1, and nothing but 1 mole of zinc, and here the quotients will be indicates the number of moles, and nothing but in the balanced chemical equation. So 1 mole of zinc will be react with 1 mole of the cupric chloride or copper chloride. So 1 mole of zinc chloride and 1 mole of copper is produced, and if the 1 mole of zinc and 1 mole of copper, this is a 1 mole and this also 1 mole, because the quotient will be given the number of moles. So here is also 1 mole, this also 1 mole, this also 1 mole. So nothing but if 1 mole of zinc and 1 mole of copper chloride or cupric chloride is reacted, 1 mole of the copper is produced. But in the problem what is given? 2 moles of zinc. 2 moles of zinc, and the number of moles is how much? The zinc will be how much? 2 moles of zinc. So 2 moles of zinc is reacted with what? Reacted with the cupric chloride solution of 6.022 into 10 power 22. But the number of moles is not given, only the number of atoms is given. How can we calculate the number of moles? So the number of moles of the cupric chloride is nothing but n. Please consider how much? 6.023 into 10 power 22. So if the number of atoms is given, how we can calculate the number of moles? The formula is, so the number of moles is equal to, so number of particles given, number of particles are atom given by 6.023 into 10 power 23. So some textbooks it can be given 6.022 or 6.023. So here 23 is given, that's why I am taking the 23. So now number of moles equal to number of particles given. How much? This is the number of particles of cupric chloride. So that is how much? 6.023 into 10 power 23. Sorry, 22. 6.0. Sorry, how much is given? 6.023 into 22. Sorry, this is 22. So how many number of moles? How many number of particles? 6.023 into 10 power 22. So the number of particles are nothing but 6.023 into 10 power 22. So that is given, divided by Avogadro number. What is Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23. So 6.023 will be cancelled. So 10 power 22. So again when I take this 10 power 23 to the numerator, it will become 10 power 22, 10 power 23. So will be cancelled, you get only here 1. And nothing but you get the 1 by 10. 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 is nothing but what? 0.1. And how many moles of the cupric chloride is reacting with the 2 moles? Only 0.1 mole. And the number of moles of cupric chloride. Number of moles of cupric chloride is how much? 0.1 only. But in the chemical reaction, in the balanced chemical reaction, so 1 mole of zinc will be reacting with the 1 mole of cupric chloride, then only the 1 mole of copper will be produced. But here what is happening? So the zinc number of moles will be more and the cupric chloride number of moles will be less. So in this situation, and in this type of problem, so actually in the chemical reaction, reactants are there, products are there. So here how many reactants are there? 2 reactants. In any chemical reaction, if any number of reactions are there, but so that chemical reaction, and nothing but the progression of the chemical reaction. The progression of the chemical reaction will be, so depend upon the limiting reagent. Limiting reagent will be nothing but, so the reactant which has the less mass, which has the less mass. So in any chemical reaction, the progression of the chemical reaction will depend upon the limiting reagent, limiting reagent. So what is limiting reagent? The limiting reagent is nothing but it is a reactant. It is a reactant, so which has less mass. So which has less mass. అంటే ఏదైతే రియాక్టెంట్ లో ఏదైతే తక్కువ మాస్ ఉంటుందో ఆ కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్ యొక్క ప్రోగ్రెషన్ లేదా ద ప్రొడక్ట్స్ యొక్క అమౌంట్ అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోల్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్స్ will be depend upon, or the mass or volume or number of moles of the products is depend upon this limiting reagent. And now the amount of the copper produced does not depend upon the zinc. Does not depend upon the zinc. It will depend upon only whom? It will depend upon the cupric chloride. Why it will be depend upon the cupric chloride? Because the cupric chloride will be called as your limiting reagent. So in this chemical reaction, so the limiting reagent is nothing but cupric chloride. So what is limiting reagent? So the reactant, it is the reactant, so which has a less mass or less number of moles, less number of moles, or less number of mass, or less number of volume. So the reactant which has a less mass or less number of moles or less volume, that reactant will be called as limiting reagent. So that's why the amount of the copper produced can be depend upon the limiting reagent. Here what is the limiting reagent? So the cupric chloride. So how much it is, the number of moles of the cupric chloride is how much? 0.1. So that's why if the 0.1 mole of the cupric chloride is participated, the 0.1 mole of the copper will be produced, because so here 1 mole of cupric chloride will be participated, 1 mole of copper is coming. But in the problem what is given? So the number of particles are how many? 6.023 into 10 power 22. So that's why here, so by using this number of atoms or molecules, if we calculate the number of moles, so how much we got? 0.1. So that's why if the 0.1 mole of cupric chloride participated, again it will be gives the 0.2 mole of copper. 0.1 mole of copper. So depending upon which one? Limiting reagent. So this type of questions is also asked. You have to remember. And while we have to find the mass, volume and number of particles of a substance, so a chemical reaction is given. So first of all you have to write the chemical reaction. After that you have to balance the chemical reaction, and after that, and the first one you have to write the chemical reaction, and second one you have to balance the chemical reaction, and the third one you have to observe the coefficient of the reactants and coefficient of the products. That coefficient will depend upon the number of moles. So by using that number of moles and in the given data, and in the problem whether the reactant mass is given or the product mass is given, whether reactant particles is given, whether the product particles is given, or whether the reactant's volume is given, whether the product's volume is given, depending upon that we have to calculate the mass, volume, number of particles by using the mole concept. There are 3 formulas to find the number of moles. So by using that we can easily find the mass, volume, number of particles of a substance.